I wanted to share an experience that actually comes in two parts, many years apart. Um, as I mentioned before, I recently had a total knee replacement. Best thing I've ever done. Um, though PT is kicking my butt. Um, Probably a few weeks after surgery, a friend contacted me and she said, I was just checking in energetically. And I saw where you explained to your leg and knee what was going to happen with surgery, the procedure, what was going to be done. She said, but it doesn't look like it's integrated. And I read that and I'm like, ah, ah. So I'm not a doctor and I'm not talking about physical. This is all energetic. The work that I do is a energy worker. So many years ago, I did a free Reiki clinic for doing short um, energy sessions for those who could not afford it. And there was a gentleman on the table, and I was energetically scanning his body. And I was going down the right leg, and I hit the knee, and there was nothing. There was a void. There was nothing there. And I continued down, and it picked back up below the knee. And so I'm like, let's do this again. So I go back to his hip, and I start scanning energetically. I hit the knee and black void. So I asked him, I said, did you have something happen to your knee? And he goes, oh, yeah, I had to have a total knee replacement. Well, the black void told me that there was an energetic disconnect between the physical body and the appliance or the device or the replacement part. Um, so it showed up as a black void. It's like the body didn't know what to do with it. So I'm thinking, duh, I've run into it when I worked on someone else. How could I forget doing it for myself? Well, in all fairness, I'm human. And when we are in it, I've had the surgery. I had a little complication with swelling that they were concerned about. Me too. I was absorbed in it. What's the saying? You can't see the forest through the trees. So it never occurred to me to integrate the two energetically. Ta-da. What I had done with this gentleman that I had on the table was I reestablished an energetic flow because we have um, like a circuit, energy circuit, even electrical circuit, energy circuit throughout our body. And his went to the knee and got disrupted, and then it just kind of went around the sides of the knee and came back and went down the rest of the leg. So the knee, the appliance, was a void. The body was like, energetic body. It didn't know what to do with it. So I created pathways, energetic pathways. And so after that email from my friend saying, I don't see any integration. And I'm like, oh my gosh. So I sat down with my leg and we had a talk. Um, and I started building energetic connections from the top of my leg into the appliance, connecting it to the bottom of the leg. And I thanked her. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe I didn't think of that. Um, After I did that, it was like a switch was flipped onto the on position. And suddenly the swelling started going down. I mean, there was a lot of work involved in this. I had lymph massages every day, all the exercise, the ice, the elevation, everything. Um, but it just all just just hung there. So it's like suddenly this switch was flipped to the on position and things started happening. Good things started happening. And my body's like, oh, now now we're all together. So yeah. The other thing is, you guys are gonna get it today. Another story time. Many years ago, I had a friend back then that um, was being deployed, and where she was going, she couldn't bring her dogs, and so I was like, "I'll take them. It's for 6 months. I'll take them." I couldn't stand the thought of them being locked up in a kennel for 6 months. So the dogs were really depressed. They lost their home, they lost their mom, they didn't know what was going on, and now they're stuck out in the boonies with me and my husband. They were just kind of beside themselves. They weren't quite sure what to do with themselves. Um, when I was raising my kids, whenever they were very hyper, um, it was time to go outside. Go outside and play. Let's go play. We'll go for a walk. We'll play ball. We'll run. Whatever. Go outside and play. Get that energy out. So I thought, why not? Now, these poor little critters were locked up from about 5 in the morning till about 10 at night prior to coming to be with me, because mom worked. And so they had mm, no manners. Um, so no exploration outside except for quick in the morning and quick in the evening, before she went to work and before she went to bed. So I asked if they wanted to go for a walk. Yeah, live in the boonies, lots for them to explore, smell, investigate. So we went on a walk and it took about an hour. And they came back and their tongues were like, they were happy, they were tired, they plopped, got some water, plopped down in their beds and went right to sleep. So we ended up doing this 3 times a day. So they had like 3 hours total, walk out in the desert, explore time, come back, fill up on water, and pass out. On the third day, when I came out, showered and dressed, and I had my breakfast, ready to go for a walk, and they're in their little beds, and they're like, mm, mm. And like, don't make eye contact. I'm like, oh, okay, we're good. I had worn them out, which is fine. But from that point on, they were a lot calmer. They enjoyed their walks. We didn't have to do 3 days a week because the stress was worked out of them. Okay. So me going through PT, you'll see in some videos, I'm like, last video, the captions editing, it sucked. And I apologize for that. I was just worn out. And I realized I'm like those dogs. I am all over the place unless I have had a workout. Then I can focus. I'm settled. I'm more calm. So before I got on here this time, I made sure that I'm at home. I made sure I had the day off, that I went into the home gym and did a workout so that I would be calm, you guys, and not just all over the place. So yeah, I did to me what I had done to the dogs. Just calm my happy little butt down. So that's it for my rant today, my sharing today. If you have had, this is energetic, I'm not a doctor. If you have had a replacement, parts, pieces, doesn't matter. I would recommend you just focusing in on it and asking it to integrate with the energy system of the body. It might help. Try it, see. It's energetic. There's not much that should happen other than maybe the body going, oh, thank goodness, now we're all together again. We're incorporated. So that's my take on it. And that was my experience. Take it for what it's worth and Take what you want, let the rest go. Thanks.